Hey everyone. So this is day 2 of my vlog. It's been interesting. I got a stretched out t-shirt today. It's one of my favorites. Can't stop wearing it. Today's been really interesting. So I haven't eaten anything in about 40 hours now. And I'm still not hungry. Like, it's weird. I can feel that my stomach is empty, but I'm not hungry. Like, I'm not craving food. My stomach isn't growling like I have that hunger sensation. I don't feel weak. Still feel like I have a lot of energy. I'm about to go work. I was at the yoga studio today doing a handstand workshop. So it's interesting. I'm actually starting to become more aware of things. It's like almost, I don't know. I guess it's a spiritual thing. That's why people do fasts, right? It's like this spiritual awakening. But I'm noticing, everything's more vivid. I can hear sounds, feelings. I mean, our fan's on right now, and I can just feel it like waving over like every little section of my body. It's really interesting. One of the things that I just wanted to say was, I don't watch a lot of TV, but we usually leave the TV on for the dogs so that they have some background noise. And I noticed that there's a lot of food commercials, which makes sense because our country is probably the most overweight country in the world. I know it was, Mexico was there, then it was US. I'm not sure if Mexico caught up or if someone else is, but we're one of the most obese countries in the world, if not the most obese country in the world. And there's so many commercials, and it's funny because there's a part of my mind or my brain that's like, well, like food, we need food, like that's what they're telling us. And it's just like, no, this is the TV telling you that you need to have this delicious food and pictures and everything. But I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of things that TV tell us and try to tell us what we need, tell us what we need to do, instead of us trusting our bodies and trusting our instincts. And that's what I'm trying to focus more on. And my instincts tell me that I'll eat when I'm hungry. When I actually feel hungry, I'll know it, because I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm hungry. And until that happens, I'm not going to eat anything. If I get weak, then maybe I'll eat something then. But I'm not just gonna do it because we're trained to think that we need to eat on 3 meals a day plus snacks. I don't know, I guess it's just looking at it a different way. And if you think about it, like, where do we get our energy from? Food? But do we? Because don't you feel energized after you sleep? So do we get our energy from food or sleep? Or is it both? Or is it some other source that we're not aware of? Because one of the things that I always say is, how, if energy comes from food, then why is it that after you eat a big meal you're tired? Shouldn't you be hyper after eating a huge meal? And you're tired because it takes a lot of energy for your body to digest the food. So then, I don't know. I guess it's like almost like, well, then what's the point of eating? Nutrition? I guess. I don't know. Yeah, well, that's where I'm at today. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like, I don't feel weak. I feel like I'm slowing down. Like I'm just really fully becoming like mindful and noticing every single moment and kind of pausing. And I mean, it's almost 8 o'clock tonight, so it's been a long day, but I feel good. Like, I feel good. What else I want to talk about? By the way, I'm not editing these, so if you're gonna get the full whatever. If I say something wrong, then I say it wrong. I don't know, maybe there'll be a lesson in my mistakes. So I'm not gonna edit anything out, including this. Yeah, so if you're ever thinking about doing a fast, think about it. I actually didn't do it by choice. I just did it because it felt like the right thing to do at this time. And so I'm going with it. I don't know how long, according to studies and research, you can't go more than 3 days without food. But I've seen other people that have been able to go 10 days without food, scientifically studied, food and water, and lived. Or maybe it's 3 days without water, 3 days without food, one of the two. I feel like limitations are any limitation that we have is just based on what we know. The first person that died of hunger, how long did that take? That's how long you can live without food. Because how else do you test that? Or this is how long it takes before your organs start shutting down. Well, maybe that's not true. I think it all depends. It's kind of like the placebo effect, and even I feel like the reason why doctors are so accurate in when people are going to pass away is because once they're told that, they believe that, and it's almost like you set a timer in your body. I mean, think about it. You can wake up at a certain time every day. If you set an intention enough to wake up at 7 a.m., you'll naturally wake up at 7 a.m. It may be 6:50, it may be 7:20, but within a decent amount of time, you're going to wake up naturally because you've set that internal clock. So if someone tells you that your internal clock's going to end, can that not possibly be the reason why it ends? And then the people that actually are able to surpass that time frame is because they don't believe what they're told. But the people that believe the doctor and listen to the doctor and think they're actually going to die in 3 weeks, die in 3 weeks. I don't know how much studying's been done about that, but I feel like anytime a doctor tells you have a chance, there's probably a really good chance that you'll actually survive because you believe there's a chance. But even if the doctor does say you have a chance and you're just a hopeless person and feel like, yeah, he said there's hope, but it's not going to happen anyways, then they probably won't. I mean, it kind of goes back to the law of attraction and just believing certain things. Do I believe that I could live forever? Yeah. In this body? Maybe. Not sure. I'm not sure if that's even allowed. I don't know what the rules are. Like, there are laws, law of attraction, gravity, other universal laws that maybe our bodies just have to have an end, but does that mean I'm ending? I don't think so. I think I'll live forever. I think I have lived forever. Yeah, maybe that's just the delusions of not eating for 40 hours. We'll see though. My goal is to at least hit 3 days. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, whatever. I'm just, like I said, I'm going as long as I can. So, I have my awesome event next week, talking about the power of positivity. Doing something a little different. Maybe not original, but different. I feel like everyone's got a gimmick, everyone's got a scheme, everyone has their niche, their something that they're doing. I don't want one. I just want to get up and talk and see what happens. I don't want people to come with any expectations. Like when I do my meditations, I always say, like, don't have expectations. Just go with whatever happens. That's kind of how I want my presentations to be, my speeches, my whatever we're calling them. Don't come in with an expectation because we don't know what's going to happen. But that's the excitement. That's the interesting part. You're going to learn something. You just may not learn what you want to learn. You're going to learn what you need to learn. And I don't think anyone really knows what they want or need until it's presented to them. Need. We know what we want, but sometimes we don't know what we need, right? You want to eat that ice cream, but you need some vitamin C. So unless you eat orange sherbet, I don't know if that even has vitamin C in it, but it's orange, right? So that's where I'm at. I actually gotta leave, so I have to cut this a little short, but that's what so my gimmick is not having a gimmick, but I don't know, I feel like that's what feels right to me. And I've always encouraged people to do what feels right for you and stick with that. Don't do things because you think you need to do things. Don't label things because you think they need a label or name them a certain way. Even naming my event Power of Positivity was kind of a struggle because I had to name it something and people want to hear something. So like I said, at some point next week I will mention the Power of Positivity. How much I go into the Power of Positivity, I don't know. It might. I mean, the law of attraction kind of coincides with that, so. And then mindfulness and being present is very positive and keeps you in a positive way and not worrying, so there's no negativity there. So, I got a couple different avenues that I could roll down depending on what feels right that day. So, I look forward to seeing it because I'm going to record it and I'll share that as well. And yeah, I think that's it for today. So, I love you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you watching this. I appreciate any feedback, likes, comments, concerns, subscribes, all that good stuff. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.